for your greatest news and programs. I'm glad you're here to listen to wonderful program coming to you. And please don't forget to subscribe or give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.
Good evening, and thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to today's very wonderful program we have about the youth and the drug abuse. So today, I want us to go through uh, this simple program about the drug and drug abuse, basically touching the lives of the youth. So, as you know, my name is Jared Nyancha, and I'm giving this live from Kenya, Kisumu. So today I'm going to have a friend, a youth, who is going to walk us through the life of a youth who is highly involved in drug and the misuse of drugs. We want to learn really what the kind of drugs which are highly misused and abused, especially in Kenya, and talk about, because I know he has some experience about the misuse and abuse of drugs away from Kenya. So he's going to give us more details on the same. Engage us live on YouTube. Just get into KJTV live, Dr. Umandi Show. You can find us as well in Facebook or on Facebook at KJTV live. Behind the mic, obvious, my name is Jared Nyancha, who is bringing this live from here in Kenya. Welcome to our program. So you can tweet us or you can send your comment down here. You can send your questions to the speaker. So today I'm privileged highly to have a friend known as Max Boran Oga Mosetti. Max Boran Oga is just in the house. He's a man who has diverse information concerning the life of people in different parts of this country and in different parts of this world. Welcome to our program, so that we can move together. My friend, Karibu-san, welcome, so that we can have this discussion together. As you know, I want to thank you so much for really making your time to be here. Welcome, Karibu-san.
Thank you very much, Mr. Onyancha.
Thank you.
As my name you have said is Max Boran Mosetti Koga, and I'm a youth. I've experienced and went through and seen how people use drugs.
Did. Thank you and welcome so much. I want to thank you so much because you really made time to be with us today.
You're welcome.
How has been your day?
Not bad.
I hear the weather is not good around.
No, it's raining a lot, but then this is like.
But still, you're not in a jacket. How come you're just in a cold like this?
I'm indoors. I know.
You're indoor?
Yeah.
But you're in Kisumu. Kisumu is, I feel for me, it's not very hot. Of course, today it's a bit cold.
But I'm used to the weather, so like I'm not new around here. I'm kind of used to it. But I can like withstand the weather right now.
Thank you so much. Welcome to our program now. Now, Mr. Max Boran Mosetti, Karibu Sanaman.
Asante.
And thank you for having picked my calls, as I've been sharing with you all along, and you have made the time today. So we want to really talk about youth and drug abuse. So basically, you understand what the drug is or the drugs are.
Yes, I do.
What can you tell us about some drugs?
So when we're talking about drugs, this is when you use a substance that alters your mind or your way of thinking. That is what we refer to as the drugs.
Have you ever used a drug?
I have experimented before.
Really? Which?
I've experimented with marijuana and cat. And then I had tried once to use crack cocaine.
Thank you. That means he's going to give us a live and a direct example as a person who has experimented the use of what he has mentioned. He has mentioned like marijuana. I don't know. Marijuana. Is it marijuana that we know?
Yeah, it's like banky.
All right. I see.
So we call it marijuana.
Oh, okay. Cat, which is mirror.
Yes.
You used cocaine?
Crack.
Okay. All right.
That is where, like, when you go and alter the cocaine itself by like putting it in an oven on a tray, you add some water, and then it turns out to be solid. And then you use like a pipe to burn that small stone. That is the crack.
Oh, I see. Have you ever taken some alcohol?
Yeah, I've
Blend
done,
or just little bit?
I've done alcohol for some good number of years.
Okay. You did, but now because I know nowadays you don't take. Right?
I did, but now I quit. And then I smoked cigarettes. Yeah.
Oh wow, I see. Now, give me an experiment, mini experience on how the kind of the drugs you took. What experience do you have about that?
Okay, what I'll say is, like, let me say, when I use this bangi marijuana, it used to make me like be on my own. I'm just silent. I'm quiet. I don't want to like to mix with others. Kind of, I'm isolated. Yeah. And then I didn't go to get addicted onto it that much, but then I have an experience of the same. Yeah.
Now, since you have had an experiment on the mentioned drugs, among them, which one do you find to have had very adverse effects on your health?
That is crack cocaine.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
What are the effects?
It actually you see you hallucinate. You hallucinate. That is like you'll be saying some things that are not even there.
So like now you can say there's a snake around and then you run away?
And then you be scared, you got even wailing, you be calling for help.
Okay.
And then the snake is not there.
Really?
Sure. Then you could be thinking the police are after you, but the police are nowhere.
Really?
Yep.
I see. For me, when I look at people, I find like people who use like alcohol excessively, I find like their behavior is not really in connection, coherent to our standards of behavior in life. So what to take of that? The behavior which are exhibited by a person who has taken coke and a person who takes alcohol, they're different.
They're different, but then with the time, if you use this alcohol, you'll start seeing these things. You'll start hallucinating. That is after a long time of usage, because I think the alcohol destroys your brain cells, but it takes some longer time comparing to this cocaine. Because cocaine, when you smoke it, it just like gets straight to the system, and then it affects you that way.
When you take such drugs, do you get like you are full, the stomach is full?
Not all the time, and then you will not even think of like going for some bite. Instead, you could want to have this drug fast, so that you can be high.
So why then something you take and is not really, it's not like food, like when you take food, you find your stomach is full. So why can you take something which is not really making your stomach be full?
See, when you're using these drugs, your reasoning capacity is not like a normal person that doesn't take. A person who doesn't take this drug thinks different from a person who does it. So there is not that alteration of thinking, alteration of mind.
So that means the drugs which are taken, they turn around the thinking way.
Yes.
So you find yourself taking and keep taking, yet the drugs have no any positive impact to your health.
Yes.
So do you really think, do you really have like anything, like one you can mention that is good somebody can get from the drug?
Not really. Not really. I don't think so.
Because one, you spend a lot of money to access them.
Yeah.
You find like you
can drop out of school.
You drop out.
You lose your job.
You
can sell stuff from a house.
Okay.
You can even sell your car.
Really?
You can go prostitute on the same. So such things. All you be thinking is how to get money to go get these drugs. So you can be homeless because you want to take these drugs.
What about like the social life, like dealing with some other people, socializing? Do you really get socialized?
you cannot socialize because you're under the influence and the way you're thinking is different. And the other people you want to socialize with are sober. Now you can get along.
Wow.
In that, they avoid you because they don't want to like stay with you. No, we say you tell me your company, I tell you your character. So if you come staying with me, unless like you have a family and you want to help me get out of the drugs, but otherwise, like outside people, like social people out there, they'll try to avoid you, and you'll try to avoid them because you cannot think on the same level.
Now, where do someone get these kind of drugs? They're illegal, yeah, they are prohibited. So how could you get such kind of
So like this marijuana I'm talking about, when I was in America, it's a phone call away.
Really?
You know a dealer, just a holla. Can you come over and get me like say some weed? So somebody will come in, or sometimes you can get it on your mail. So it's registered from your dealer, like it's like a parcel, but in the real sense, not a parcel. It's a drug that is in there because they don't tamper with it. It's packed.
Okay. Yes, you understand. Max Boran Mosetti. He's a youth, a Kenyan citizen, whose part of life was indeed tampered with by the involvement into drugs. Max Boran Mosetti used to stay in America. You told me you stayed in America?
Yeah, I stayed in
How many
America for 7 years.
Really?
Yeah, got married,
In America?
had a baby.
Uh-huh.
But then, because of the drugs and the drug use and the substance abuse, we had to have a separation, which led to a divorce.
With your wife?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then after some short while, I started getting into DUWI, so that is driving under the influence, whereby I had the first offense.
All right, let you listen. And you got it. Max Boran Mosetti was in America for 7 good years. And okay, did you use those drugs in Kenya before going to America?
Only I used the marijuana and
Here in Kenya?
Yeah, before I went to America.
Mm-hmm. Now you got very plain in America.
Yeah, plenty.
Yes.
And then I had money.
Here's a guy was born in Kenya, raised in Kenya, schooled in Kenya, and got away out of this country and went to America. Reaching America, he has a good story to tell us. For those guys who are dreaming to go abroad to the United States of America, hear the story. If you are one person who has tested these drugs in Kenya, in America, there are plenty. So the choice you make is going to make you move ahead or get down. Max Boran Mosetti. Now, give us a story about the drugs in Kenya were less accessible compared to America. Give me a story about accessibility of drugs in the United States of America. Before that, where did you stay in America?
I stayed in Brooklyn Park. I stayed in Moundsville. I stayed in Wisconsin. That is a state which is bordering Minnesota. And then I stayed in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Yes, and La Crosse, Wisconsin.
So when you landed in America, first thing, how was the life, the first impression you got in America?
It was pretty good, yeah. Even the oxygen out there was different.
Indeed?
Yes.
You get it? Oxygen in America is different from oxygen in Kenya? You want to comment on our chat box there?
You could feel the aroma.
Comment, really?
The aroma was different.
Really?
Yeah.
So the oxygen in America is so clean?
Yeah, it's so clean.
Okay.
And comparing to the Kenyan one, which is polluted.
We want to get more of this. Just hold on as we go for a very, very short break. We're going to get back here. We shall get more from Max Boran Mosetti. Max Boran Mosetti is going to give us more more of this story about his life in the United States of America. Keep tuned. Keep sending up your messages, questions, comments on our YouTube channel, KJTV Live, on our Facebook channel, KJTV. Facebook, still find me there as Jared Onyancha. Welcome. Send your comments right now. I'll read them here. Ask Max Boran questions. Comment. He's here with me, Max Boran Mosete, a man who has been in America for 7 years, came back to Kenya. He's going to give me the story why he is in Kenya here. Stay tuned.
Rusio mamuro bwata chingurwa monyagerera Yesu momura bwekebega bweta makweli tunasimama wakumbuka tunasimama wakumbuka.
Welcome back. Max Boran Moseti Ooga, a man who left Kenya here, went to America, stayed in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and many other places in the USA. He says that oxygen in America is so different, so better. Come on, how do you mean?
Well,
when you are like, look here, please. Be cautious of what you're saying because you are putting appetite to so many youth who want to go to USA.
All right.
Come on.
Got here, I'm gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, I'm saying this from experience.
Mm-hmm.
I was around 19 years at that time. Huh? Mm-hmm. I had dropped out of university to go to America. Mm-hmm. Because I had heard in America is the land of honey and milk. So I wanted to see this. I wanted to test this. Mm-hmm. So I was lucky. I went to the embassy. I got through. I went to America. Mm-hmm. First.
Which year did you touch down America?
The year 2001. Mm-hmm. October 4th. That is the day I landed in America.
October 4th?
2001.
You landed in the United States of America.
Dallas, Texas International Airport.
You got it. Those who are in America, send me a comment now. Dallas,
Texas International Airport.
Texas International Airport. Is it found in America? Really? Chat box is down there. Facebook, get me there. KJTV Live. YouTube, please send that comment now. Mm-hmm.
So, because I was craving for cigarettes, I had some bucks left. They understand what bucks mean. Those are the dollars. Mm-hmm. So, went to the store. I cannot remember the
first day.
The second day.
All right.
So I bought a pack of cigarettes at I think around $4.50 or something. Mm-hmm. And that was a Marlboro Reds. Mm-hmm. So after that, shortly, I had to travel to Minnesota because that is where I was going to live. Mm-hmm. So I took another flight to Chicago International Airport. After Chicago International Airport, I took another flight to Minneapolis and International Airport. Mm-hmm. And then I was picked to go in the house. Mm-hmm. That same evening, I had a friend of mine who was hosting me. He took me out and then bought me a pack of smokes and they bought me a gin.
Mm-hmm. What is
gin? A gin is like a kind of alcohol.
All right.
Like we have gin, brandy, and whiskey, all that. Mm-hmm. So life started.
Life started in America. Now, Max Boran is already in America, right? The second day, he craves for cigarette. He takes a cigar. And now, what is going to happen after 1 week? A month? A year? Listen. Mm-hmm.
So life continued. I didn't have a job because I had gone to visit. So I didn't have a job. But then I was being supported by this friend of mine. Okay, he's a family friend to my family. Life continued. We used to go out to the clubs. And I used to stay in the house all day. because I didn't have a social security number to work in America.
So in America, you need to have a social security number
to work.
Okay.
And then because I was a visitor, I could not be given one. So I decided time is running out because they had given me a year to stay and come back.
Get back to Kenya.
So if I could go past that 1 year, then I would be there illegally. And I didn't want to get myself in a mess. So I thought about what am I supposed to do? They advised me on what to do. So I went ahead. I got hooked with this one lady. After some time, I got married, and life started. I went and applied for temporary residence. I went to the interview. I was granted. Life continued. Then I started getting myself anti-money because I started getting my own money. Then I remember one day I went to a garage, not a garage actually, to a junkyard in Brooklyn Park. And I found some marijuana in a car, like a car which had got to an accident.
So you went to purchase a car from a junk?
We went to get some parts so we can go and repair our car.
I see.
And my friend's car. So we can get these parts in the junkyard. So that is how I first smoked the first marijuana in America. So and then this one friend of mine advised me, if that's what you want, I have friends I know who can bring you some.
Okay. At this moment, you do not have any job.
No, I don't.
You are depending on relatives' pockets.
Yes.
And fortunately or unfortunately, you've come across the marijuana.
Yes.
So you got to use it and just how it does. All right. Sorry for that. So, you got the. I wanted to keep saying this for a moment. So you've got the marijuana. You're using it now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And your friend has told you you can get you more.
Yes.
All right. So here is in America. Second day, third day, he's able to access the drugs. What's gonna happen? He has not got that job. What will happen if he gets a job? How will it be? Will he continue? Let's listen and get his views and how things kept moving in America. Now he's going to get a job. So how is he going to behave? Max Boran Mosetti. I want us to go for a very, very short break so that when I come back, I want us, Max Boran, to give me more and more details of how things kept unfolding while in the United States of America. Stay tuned.
Kaiko rusio mamuro bwata chingurwa monyagarara Yesu. Monyagarara Yesu mamura bwekebega. Mamura bwekebego bweta makweli. Aya. Tunasimama wakumbuka. Tunasimama wakumbuka. Tunasimama wakumbuka. Tunasimama wakumbuka.
And here is Max Boran. Now, I want you to tell me, like you said, now you're in the USA, you've got you go to a place, you have got friends now. Okay, give me, thereafter you go to the drugs. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So after that, he had a friend of his. She was ready, she was a nurse, so she could bring me some of that marijuana once in a while. And then after that, I had to look for means to get some money so I could get a car because I enrolled myself in a college. That is, college was in Brooklyn Park. So after this guy enrolled me in college, I needed a means of transport because in America you can't depend on somebody to like drop you in the morning, pick you in the evening, according to the schedule. So I looked for a job whereby I worked with some guys in a garage. They owned the garage, so they were paying me on the side without their social security number because they knew me. So I acquired some little money whereby I bought a car for like $400. It was a second-hand car. It had been used there, but then I could drive the car to school. After that one, I had to look for means to stay there because my time was running out. So I hooked up with this one lady, and we got married like a month later. After that, then
can you mention? Okay, I want to ask him this. Can you mention the name of the lady that you?
She used to be called Jade Ann.
An American?
Yeah,
I'm
American.
Zulu.
Yeah, from actually she hailed from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
You know our place. Those ones that were in the US, you can hear what Max Boran said. He got married to a Mzungu.
And then we moved to Eau Claire. I mean, we moved from Chippewa Falls, that is at her birthplace, and we moved out to La Crosse, Wisconsin, where she attended Western Wisconsin University. And she was pursuing a degree in chiropractic or something. Yeah.
Wow. I know Max Boran has a lot to tell us about the life in the United States of America. This is a home and a dream to so many people that with him, he got the opportunity to try a life in the United States of America. But now he's back in Kenya. I wish him to tell me why Max Boran Moseti Oga is in Kenya. An American for 7 years, a Kenyan by birth, came back to Kenya. When did you come back to Kenya?
Came to Kenya in the year 2007, around October. The 4th, I think.
Was
a coincidence whereby like that the date I had gone is the same date I came back.
Did?
And then I got deported. On the grounds that I was caught with driving drunk for offense between 5 years. And that is a felony whereby I had to go and sit some time in St. Cloud State Prison for a year and a day.
A year and a day?
Yeah. And then after that, I had to go to actually they called it a holding center, but it's kind of another lockdown place for immigrants because I had to go to court so that they can like. I wanted them to uplift my deportation, but it didn't work out. Yeah.
So you got it that Max Boran Moseti was found with so he mentions felony. A felony is a crime that is committed repeatedly within a span of 5 years in the United States of America. But now you're used to take like marijuana and some other drugs, but basically what made you to be deported to Kenya?
Driving drunk, fourth offense within 5 years. Like it happened in a year, I got 2 DUIs. The first one was a warning. The second one, they gave me like 30 days. The fourth one, the third one, they gave me 90 days. And then the last one was like now behind bars.
This high is not fit for this. You mean they fear they find it like a guy is not fit to be in the United States?
Yes, because anything could have happened. I could have caused an accident. I could have killed myself. I could have killed someone else.
So do you blame yourself for
Fully.
the offense that you committed?
Yep.
Do you regret?
I regretted that first times, but then the wounds have healed and I've
Now,
found.
when you are held in you said a holding center in the United States.
That is after prison time.
After prison time.
Yes.
Now, okay, in prison, could you not get somebody like an attorney to appeal for your case?
There was no appeal on that one because the judge's judgment was final, and then I didn't want to appeal because I was guilty of the offense, and the law took its course.
So you acknowledge that indeed it was a mistake.
Yeah, let me go do my time.
Okay, now where do you went prison? Where did you leave your wife? And you
She
told me
was-
you had a child there.
She remained at home with the child, but at that time, when I'm going to get sentenced, we were already separated. Only that I had a girlfriend. She used to write me letters. I used to call her. We talk. But then I was behind bars and she was out on the streets.
So in America, where you were in prison, you can still make a call home.
Yes.
Did
Yes, you can make a call
a difference
every day if possible.
an instinct difference with Kenya. In Kenya, we receive messages from con men, con ladies, and they are just from prisons. Like they send us messages. But in America, having a phone call from the prison is no offense. Is it what you say?
It's you're allowed to make a phone call. And then when they come to visit you, you don't like get to meet and shake hands or whatever, but you'll see them on a screen. They're in another room and you're here. She'll be sitting there, you're sitting over here. She's seeing you, you're seeing her. So you can just communicate.
Wow. So you got it. Now, you've been deported. You come back to Kenya. And what was the reception from your parents?
Well, they were not happy about the same because they had sent me out there to want to make my life. I messed up, I screwed up. But then they took me back and they went ahead and they took me to a university, that is Kabarak University. And then because I still came back after this 1 year, because of that, let me call it a feeling, that effects of my missing America, missing my family, I'm deported, that depression thing, I still continue with my drugs. So again, I was expelled from Kabarak.
So again, when you came back to Kenya here, your parents took you to Kabarak University.
Yes.
To better your life again.
Yes.
But still in Kabarak University, Kenya, again, you messed up.
Yes.
You got expelled.
Because Kabarak is a Christian institution. So getting drunk in college, it was an offense.
Again, you went.
So they were tired of me.
Mhm.
I only lasted a semester. So I dropped out again. But last year then, I went to look for a job in Nairobi. I got a job. I did that job for like some time, like call it almost a year or something. Then I quit.
You quit the job?
Yeah, because I was like most of the time going to work drug. And then I came and realized I'm messing up. I went to college now. That is the P1, whereby I did it. I graduated. I was among the top students.
Now,
And I continued with the life.
but I understand the life in the college is quite different from the life in the university.
Yes.
And if life in the university was too difficult for you, how did you manage life in the college?
I went for rehabilitation.
All right.
So I had to correct myself and think about my future. So after rehabilitation, I had to go back and sit down and think twice.
Did.
Yeah.
So after that, you were able to secure some job?
Yes.
Right. So you got it. You got it. Max Boran Mosetti, after staying in America for a couple of years, came back to Kenya, joined Kabarak University rather, but he could not measure. Yeah, he was chased away. But the love of his parents again, they stole him back to another teachers training college where he did and got employed by the government. Did.
Yes.
So this is after going for rehabilitation.
Yeah, I went to rehabilitation in Asumi.
Mm-hmm. You got it. This is Max Borani Mosetti. At one time a dual citizen, American Kenya. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got back to Kenya, but still strong. And indeed, the changed mind, a man who at one time, okay, I know life in America, from what I hear, is that you can easily and quickly accumulate wealth. How is it?
Yeah, it's true. If you get a job, huh? And then in America, you can even get 2 jobs. And this job that would pay. Huh? Mm-hmm. So in a year's time, you could have bought a good car. You could have built a house, a decent house back home here. Mm-hmm. And then after another like 1 to 2 years, you could have acquired another house in America whereby you could have bought your own house instead of going for an apartment. Mm-hmm. So it could be easily. And then in America, you could go for this like credit cards. Getting a loan was easier because you have the documents, you're working, and the banks there. Actually, Americans help their other fellow Americans. They can't see you suffering. Mm-hmm. They can offer you a job so that you can like get strong and you acquire the wealth. Mm-hmm. And then the currency in America is different from our currency in that. Mm-hmm. Like right now, we're talking about a dollar is like 107 shillings, mm-hmm. whereby you make like, let me say, $80 a day. So if you make 8 or even more, depending on the job you're doing. So that is like, we'll be talking about you make around 8,000 shillings a day. So if you'll be working for 4 hours, you could have made around, that is 80 times 5, that is like almost 400,000 in a month.
In a month?
Whereby in Kenya is a dream.
You got it.
And then you can even make more. You can make up to like even $1 million in a month. But then the bills there will take most of that money, but you could have saved a lot.
Many people talk about bills in America, and you mentioned bills. What was such kind of bills?
So when talking about bills,
in a month, like if you earn 40,000, or rather 4,000 in America, that's US dollars, equivalent to 400,000 Kenyan shillings, isn't it?
Yes.
So how much could be like the bills take?
So if we're talking about the bills, rent will take around 700, mm-hmm. or even 1,000. You're paying insurance. You're paying health. Like you need to have a
cover,
health cover. Mm-hmm. Then you need to buy food. Then you need to pay for other miscellaneous. Mm-hmm. In that you pay for like the box, the post office box. Mm-hmm. You pay for maybe school, maybe you have kids.
So like how much could be the net remaining for at your hand? Maybe?
Probably depending on how you spend your money. You could have around 1,500 left.
Which is 150,000?
Yes.
So 250,000 is taken to bills.
Yep.
Wow. Life is in America. Life in America. A land mentioned to be full of opportunities. Max Boran Mosetti at one time spelled the term of America. Tested. Now, are you married in Kenya?
Yes, I am.
Really?
Yes.
Did you when did you marry?
Got it like 13 years, 12 years ago.
Oh, you have kids?
Yes, I do.
Wow, you got it, Miss Mary. And you made so many friends in America because I know in America, I understand, I have some people, they say that they have social gatherings, friends to socialize with, because most of the days you are at work, maybe over the weekend is when you can find with some link up with your friends. So
Oh,
How was
on your day off or something. Huh?
or a day off? Mhm.
So it wasn't bad. We used to meet like let me say Kenyans. We used to meet like Kenyans, and then we discuss matters affecting us. And then I had personal friends who would meet probably during my day off. And some of them we could go to like a biting or sloshing some liquor. Some of them we could just sit in the house playing cards, having fun, having barbecue, going for camping. You see.
Did could you mention some places that you had some social linkage, like you could find
So,
friends and enjoy yourself with?
like, okay, I used to go with my girlfriends and my friends to a club in New Brighton, which is called the Mermaid. We used to go to St. Paul, there's a club there that was used to be called the Rice Street. We used to go to First Avenue, that's like downtown Minneapolis. When in La Crosse, I used to go for an Oktoberfest. That is like downtown La Crosse. I used to go to Hardee's, Applebee's in Brooklyn Park. So I used to go even to the Mall of America. There's like they have stands there. You can have your slush.
Wow.
Have fun and all
Wow.
that.
What question do you have? Ask Boran Mosetti any question.
So I can remember my friends like him, Stromweri.
So you have friends in America?
Yes,
You
remember. Yeah.
But you talk nowadays. You talk with your friends.
Okay, I lost my contacts with them,
Yeah.
man, because
Now they are here.
because of time,
Now
huh?
let me make you aware that your friends in America are watching, and if they are not watching, they'll watch, right?
Yes.
So I want you to send them a message. Let them be aware that Max Boran Mosetti is alive,
And kicking, eh?
kicking and strong.
Yes, salute.
Now, okay, mention the names of your friends you know in America, and what do you really want them to do to you, or how can they reach you?
So I can remember my friends like him, Stromweri, Nicholas Nyaosi, Andrew Arumba. There is Eli Gechure, Fred Angwenyi, James Musoti, Mecha Musoti, Musoti family, and others.
You forgot your wife?
You know,
Yeah, the other wife in America?
there is like Victoria Lynn Stevens, who hails from like a few kilometers from La Crosse, Wisconsin. And then I have Jed and Moseri. I have my son called Xavier Dexter Moseri.
He's in America.
He's in America.
You're
They
gonna
live in La Crosse actually. They told me the other day they bought a new house and they're planning to come over. So I welcome you guys.
all right. You go to Mosetti. Now, suppose the government of America lifts your suspension and the deportation, and you are told to choose between Kenya now and America. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'll choose America, obviously. It's a land to be.
Wow, you got it. He wants to go back to America. So if you guys, there's a way that Max Boran Mosetti can get back away to the United States of America. He was deported long time ago, touched down in Kenya because of alcohol. He drove, drank in a span of 5 years. It was called a felony. Deported, but still strong, working with the government of Kenya. Max Boran Mosetti Ooga has a feeling to get back to America. Send your comments, SMS down there. My chat box is open. KJTV Live, YouTube. KJTV Live, Dr. Amandi Show on Facebook. Come on. What are you going to tell Mosetti? Is there a way out you can go to America? Come on. If there's a way, come on. Make an advice. You know his friends? He mentioned his friends. Salute them. Tell them Mosetti is alive. What's a parting shot? Want to come to an end of this session. But I shall bring back Mosetti sometimes again. But for now, what's going to be your parting shot?
Well, what I advise you is like
About the drugs, of course.
let us do away with the drugs. Drugs ruin people's lives. Drugs ruin people's lives. They ruined my life. I could be very far right now. I could be driving an Hammer, but because of these drugs, I hardly can afford buying a car because of the toiling and moiling in Kenya. And you guys understand that. Kenyans understand what life is in Kenya. So I advise you to do away with the drugs. If you have just started, please go to rehabilitation. Try and like get it done with the drugs.
Wow. Thank you so much, Max Boran Mosetti. And I want to thank you so much because so far you said you went through rehabilitation, you are strong, you are working with the government of Kenya, and that's really good. So that's encouraging. But I would wish that I should get you back again on our show. Then you can give me a real story about America. Yes,
Sure.
I should bring you some friends from America.
Sure.
I'll invite some friends from America and then I will connect you guys to share. All right.
No problem.
They want to tell you what is the newest experience in America as at now. Thank you for watching. This is KJTV live on Facebook, KJTV on YouTube, Dr. Amandi Show. And thank you for watching. My name is Jared Onyancha. Welcome. Send your SMS, comment. Thank you so much. And we come to an end for session 1. But very soon, I will bring you back Max Borani Mosetti, a guy at one time was in America. Back in Kenya, still up and about, strong. Thank you so much. See you again, and God bless you. Thank you.